groups, certain frats, certain sororities, you know, among certain friends, yet the people we idolize most are the ones that stand out. But when you're prepared, there is no fear. There is no fear of failure, because even if you've walked out of something and you feel like you failed at it, your preparation is so strong that you're gonna take that failure and turn it into the outcome you desire. And most people stop at failure, okay? We've all failed at things. I'm gonna continue to fail at stuff, right? It's the most powerful tool you can use, but it all depends on how you use it.
What would your future be like if you decided to want that which you desire so strongly that it prepares you past your fears, that you experience the fear, as the one book says, feel the fear and do it anyway?
Life is 10% what happens to you, is 90% what you do about it. No matter who you are, no matter where you are in life, you can take the lid off of your job. And if you're wondering if you still have the lid on in your life, here are some clues that's gonna let you know that the lid is still on. If you're not excited about waking up in the morning, if you're sitting around bored out of your mind, if you got time to do everything anybody asks you to do, you probably got the lid on. If when you tell your dreams to all your friends, it makes sense to them, you got your lid on, man. Your dreams should not make sense to everybody. You gotta say something that make people go, how you gonna do that? That's when you got the lid off. And if I were you, I'd do that. I'd take the lid off. Makes sense to me, don't it?
They're always going to get ready, to get set, to get going. What we've got to do is, boom, just like that, move into action.
Every time you remember your dream, you're removing some dirt. You're digging it back out. The true mark of a champion is, even though some dirt gets thrown on your dream, instead of letting it get buried, you keep shaking it off. You keep moving forward. You keep looking for a new opportunity. You wouldn't be having that opposition if you didn't have something great in you. If your dream wasn't alive and on track, right on schedule to come to pass, you wouldn't have so many things coming against you. That dream is still alive. You may have tried a year ago, 5 years ago, or 40 years ago. Didn't work out. Nobody was there to help you. Go back and try again. This is your time. This is your moment. Your destiny is calling out to you. Can I tell you, your dream is not dead. It's just not in season. Your time is coming. Promotion is coming. Good breaks are coming. Promises you've been standing on. Dreams you've been praying about. Lack is not your destiny. Constantly struggling, barely getting by is not the end of your story. These light afflictions are for a moment. The adversity is temporary. The glory is eternal. Lord, I believe this is my year to get healthy and whole. This is my year to meet the people of my dreams. This is my year to go further in my career, to step into a new level of my destiny. This is my year to accomplish dreams, to break free from this depression. This is my year to meet the right people. This is my year to get healthy and whole. This is your year to see double. This is your year for vindication, for restoration, for new beginnings. Now get your mind going in the right direction.
Here's the secret. The people that do the most with their lives, the people that seem the most self-assured, the ones that seem to embody confidence, the ones that seem to define confidence, they're the ones that had to face down the most fear. They simply didn't linger in it.
Don't hate your competitors. Respect your competitors. Learn from him.
I had a very important person in my life come to me and say, who's your hero? And I said, I don't know, I got to think about that. Give me a couple of weeks. I said, I thought about it. You know who it is? I said, it's me in 10 years. So I turned 25 10 years later. That same person comes to me and goes, so are you a hero? And I was like, not even close. He said, why? I said, because my hero is me at 35. So you see, every day, every week, every month, and every year of my life, my hero is always 10 years away. I'm never going to be my hero I'm not going to attain that. I know I'm not. And that's just fine with me because that keeps me with somebody to keep on chasing.
That's the thing. Success and failure are generally slow processes. Either slowly building things up or gradually tearing them down. And that's why I say you've got to pay attention. You have to watch. You have to watch every single second.
Choose love, and don't ever let fear turn you against your playful heart.
I believe in manifestation. I believe in putting a rocket of desire out into the universe, and you get it when you believe it. You get it when you believe you have it, and that's the key.
So we want to get really sensitized, acutely sensitized, sensory acuity, to whether what we're doing is working or not. And by the way, sensory acuity is really the measure of a person's intelligence. What I mean by that is, how do we measure intelligence? Intelligence is a measure of the number and quality of distinctions you have in a given situation.
You can handle this, you just haven't figured it out yet. It's all right, this is your training period. This is the tuition you have to pay for what you don't know. You can do this, other people have done it. It doesn't take an Einstein. Get you some people that can teach you some stuff that you don't know. Get you some people that have done it successfully and learn from them. Take some seminars, workshops, read some books on how to manage a business. Change the way you see yourself and begin to tend to the personal details. Understand that nobody's going to take care of your business better than you.
You will notice the most successful people in any field, they are usually the ones who have failed more than anybody else. You see the difference between a successful person and everyone else? It's not a lack of strength. It's not a lack of knowledge. It's a lack of will.
It's up to you in a world where we're taught to look outside for answers, for a job that will make us happy, for money that will make us happy. The answer is within. We already have it. We already have the answer, but will we unleash it? Will we give it? Will we own it? Will we truly reinvent ourselves to become the people that we're capable of becoming?
The bow too tightly strung is easily broken, says one of the proverbs. Balance is a gorgeous thing. So be monomaniacal in your execution around your high-value targets, your HVTs, your mission plan, but also build in some rewards. And that's going to send a gorgeous message to your conscious and your subconscious mind that, hey, this daily practice of execution around my deliverables is a beautiful thing. And you create this thing called momentum. And the monk who sold his Ferrari, I went back and I saw this recently. I think there's a whole chapter on momentum. And you become like this. I love skiing. You start off small, but as you go down the slope, you pick up momentum. A lot of people say, Robin, where do I start? I want to start a new business. I want to become a better artist. I want to find the love of my life. I want to be a world-class creative. I want to multiply my financial life. Where do I start? You just start. You just start. There's great power in the start. And when you start, life starts supporting you.
Ask yourself one question. Am I a doer or a dabbler? Marketers are doers. They want to sell online and make a profit doing it. Marketers say they make it hard at times, but it's possible. Dabblers say it may be possible, but it's too hard. Marketers have proven plans and frameworks. Dabblers have excuses. Marketers see possibilities. Dabblers see problems. Marketers make it happen. Dabblers let it happen. Marketers sell on Launchcard. Dabblers exist on other platforms. Which are you, a marketer or a dabbler? I am a marketer.
We're live. Hey, good morning, CJ. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. Good morning.
You can hear me okay. I can hear you okay. All right. If you're online, you're on YouTube, wherever you're at, we're on Facebook, we're on LinkedIn, we're on Twitter, we're on Instagram. We're streaming everywhere as part of our Launch Academy trainings 3 days a week. Comment in the box. Let us know where you're listening in from. Are you on mobile? Are you in Texas? Are you in different parts of the world? Where are you at? Let us know your city, your state, anything like that about you. And I'd like to know if you're on mobile or if you're on the laptop or computer. And today we're kind of got some exciting stuff. And as usual, what we're going to do is CJ is going to be here. She's got my back and she's going to help do some comments. But we're going to do our normal setting. And I'm going to dive into a mindset minute. And then we're going to dive into today's training. And today's training is about using one photograph to create an animated UGC type video that could be used in ads and social media posts. So you ready for this, CJ?
I'm ready. I've been waiting. I'm excited about this. I always learn something new from you, Greg.
Okay, here we go. All right, everybody. So here's today's mindset minute, or sometimes I refer to it as writer's wisdom. And I don't want to take credit for anything I'm sharing with you. I just want to pass on what I've learned over the years. So today I want to talk to you about the difference between, I wrote it down here, interested and committed. Interested and committed. And I'm going to tell you a story because stories help things sink in. So I don't know, 10, 15 years ago, my mother was widowed and she didn't have anything to do. She was getting bored. And at that time, a friend of mine were selling these massage beds. And this massage beds had this model where you would put these massage beds in like a retail location and you'd give people free massages and they could come and get a free massage. And it was so good, so amazing, they'd sell the machines out the door. So I bought one of these machines. I'm like, oh, I want one of those machines. And then my mom says, man, I want to do that. I'm like, really? You really want to do that, Mom? And she goes, yeah. And I'm like, okay. Now, just previous to this, I did a networking event. I had a guest speaker come to my event, and he gave a guest speech on. He was an executive at Hewlett Packard, and he gave a speech on commitment. And I don't remember the numbers and exactly all the stuff about the numbers, but he said, or actually this was in between it. So I get ahead of myself. So what happened was I said, okay, Mom. So we went and bought 10 or 15 of these beds, and they're like $2,000 a bed. So it was like a decent investment. And then I went and got office space and got it all done and got signs and brochures and all kind of stuff. And I'm giving my mom a business to run, right? She's going to sit there, put people on these beds, have them get massages and sell them out the door. And I'm like, Mom, you're into this? Yeah, she's into that. So we get this all done. We make this investment. We do this. We get all of it going. And then I have this meeting after that with this guy from Hewlett Packard. And they said they spent like $1 million studying commitment and how their upper management and their levels of commitment. And they basically came to this determination. There's levels of commitment, which kind of goes back to my notes. Are you interested or are you committed? This is very, very, very profound. I promise you, right? And they found that like if you're 50% committed, you have no chance of success. Like literally like 1%, something like that. It was like the numbers were staggering. And then if you got to 70% committed, you got up to 10 or 15%. And then if you got up to 80%, and it kind of went up to where when you're 100% committed, and only then where you even have a chance of success above 50%. Some outrageous numbers like that. And I'm like, wow, it really hit me like a thing, because as an entrepreneur with a shiny object syndrome, I'm interested in a lot, right? I'm not committed to very much. And I was like, and again, I wanted to do this training today about the difference between being interested and committed, because I need it just like you need it. And I'm always preaching to myself based on things I've lived, and I want to help you with that, right? So to make the story kind of in the story, my mom calls up and she says, hey,
I got to close down the store. I'm going to a 2 or 3 day event for Billy Graham. And I'm like, and again, actually, I'm trying to remember the timing of this, but I remember going to my mom and saying, Mom, are you committed to doing this? Are you committed? And she goes, yeah, no, I'm committed. And, like, are you 100% committed? And she goes, yeah, no, I'm 100% committed. And then, like, we get open, spend all this money. And like a week later, she's like, I'm going to a Billy Graham convention for like 5 days. I'm like, Mom, you're supposed to be running the store. She's going, I know, but I got to close it down. I'm going to Billy Graham. I said, I thought you were committed. She goes, well, I am committed, but not that committed. So I want you guys to really think about how committed are you and to what? And then we have to start using that as the flagpole or the draw the line on the line in the sand to what you say no to. And we have to learn how to say no to more things and then say yes to the things that are driving what we're committed to further. And is that the weight loss? Is that the business? Is that the income? Is that my websites? And that's what's going on. Really, like literally write that down. Am I interested in this or am I committed to this? And you can't be like 90% committed, 80% committed. It's like a commitment, right? And then you think about the commitment and the different things that kind of go along with commitment. I'll just give you some more one-liners, right? Right? Eliminate fallback. Eliminate, like that whole idea that they burned the ships. We were going to take Normandy or whatever it was, and then they burned the ships or whatever that story is. I'm not sure what that story is, made up or not, but it's like there's no fallbacks. Publicly announce your goals and your things you're committed to. Tie your identity to that goal. Right? These are things like Tony Robbins teaches and stuff that this stuff goes. And then again, like we talked about last week, getting over fear, belief in the goal or the thing you want to achieve matters, right? So remember we said last week or maybe the week before, it was like Les Brown says, all we have to do is believe it's possible. Like you're not going to accomplish it if you don't believe it's possible, right? So, and then your willingness to persist and never give up. When the times get tough, and they will, right? When the times get tough, and they will, are you going to keep driving through? Are you going to keep going? And I got a reputation for that. I'm a never give up guy, right? So prioritizing your goals, what you're committed to over alternatives. So I hope you guys thought that is helpful. That's today's Mindset Minute and Writer's Wisdom all baked into one. So you got any comments on that, CJ?
It's so true. Commitment is important based on your value system. So one of the best things you can do is ask yourself the question when you're saying yes or no to, let's say, an event or an opportunity. If I prick yes to this, what am I saying no to? What am I valuing it above or below something important? So let's say you're invited to a party. Is it more important to you to go to the party, or is it more important to you to lose weight and get your workout in? What's the value system for you? And by constantly questioning that, you'll find that you'll start saying no to the things that aren't as important and yes to the things that have a higher value for you. Just being conscious about it, right?
Yeah, very good. No, being conscious, and I always use the word aware. Be aware of your thoughts, your mind, and once you're aware of it, then you can catch them, you can change them, and you can replace them. And I had a faith-based teaching I listened to. Lisa Nichols taught me 10, 15 years ago that we have this little negative self-talk recorder, talking in our ear. And whenever we get aware of it, then we can catch that negative self-talk and we can flip it over with the positive side of the coin. And then I was listening to some church about 3 weeks ago, and they had the same kind of analogy, but they said, and rather than flipping it with the positive side of the coin, they said, just replace it with Jesus. Every time you get that negative self-talk, think about Jesus. Think about the Bible. Think about the promises of Jesus. Think about the promises of the Bible. I'm like, oh, that works for me. I love that. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for that. Okay, cool. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and go share my screen, and then you feel free to interrupt or jump in or add at any point what's going on. And here's the goal. Here's the goal for today. I want to show you how you can create UGC. And for those of you who might not know what that means, user generated content. So normally we would hire somebody, here's some money, and we would pay them to create some testimonies or some information for us. So this is a sticky one, because I want to be in integrity, and I don't want to create things, and I don't want to create false testimonies, but people are creating thousands of false testimonies. Like especially on TikTok, you got to be careful. There are millions of videos of people giving testimonies for products that are fake. Okay, so I don't want to do that, but I do want to use it to create messaging that might land on my customer for both social media and ads. So today we're going to talk about using VO3, VO Gemini, comes with Google Gemini, and their video creation tool called VO3. And we're going to talk about using VidMaker, and we're going to use Claude, and I'm going to show you how to do this. Okay, so share my screen, and window, boom, boom. Okay, so the first place that I'm at, and I'm going to go full screen just so you guys have better images here. The way my big monitor works, it doesn't quite do it the way I want. Let me see. Yeah, there we go. Is gemini.google.com. Okay, so that's one place. And then the second place is I'm going to go to my drive. I have Google. I forget what it's called, G Suite. And then I'm going to click New, and then I'm going to hit Google Vids. Google Vids. This is a little back door to using VO3 for free. Okay, so that's that. And then I got my Claude. Okay, so now, as I said to you before, we want to get organized when using our AI tools, and we want to create projects. And so I have my projects: Launch Academy, Marshall Silver, Lewis Herm. So I got client projects, I got product projects. So this is we're going to do some stuff for Launch AI Workforce. Okay, Launch AI Workforce. You can see here, HVAC AI answering machine, real concepts. And by the way, we're going to be sending out the gifts that we've been promising you today. So look for an email that says, here's your free gifts or something like that coming up. Okay, so I created all these concepts already. So reel number 20, revenue doesn't care. Target 38 seconds, talking head, text overlays. Revenue doesn't care if your receptionist called in sick. Every time your phone goes unanswered, it doesn't matter why, the customer's already dialing your competitor, right? So what I did is I had this real concept, and it's a 38-second reel, and I had Claude break it up into 5 to 8 second increments. So this one's 4 seconds, this one's 7 seconds, this one's 8 seconds, 9 seconds. That's a little too long. And the idea is we're going to create a string of reels, and then we're going to make a video, right? So the way we're going to do that is, the first thing we're going to do is we need a picture, right? We need a picture. So you could do something as simple as, let me type in HVAC worker. Let's just say, I'll just say HVAC worker. I'll go to Google. I'll type in images, and you can see here there are images here of guys working, right? And they're bent over, they're doing their thing. You know, what kind of guy do I want to have? Look at what's going on here. And I need somebody that's kind of like talking like that. So I'm getting ready. I'm going to do something I've never done before, because I'll show you what picture that I used after I try something. I just want to try something. So I'm going to hit copy image. So I copied that image to my clipboard. I'm going to go over here to Gemini, and I'm going to paste this image. Okay, and then I'm just going to hit remove everything in this photo except for the gentleman with the hat and the overalls.
So while it's doing that, I just want to make it clear that what we're doing here is shortening your time and ability to put things into your social media or websites or however you're marketing. And the key here is using, in this case, VO3. Now there's other things you can use, but we just happen to like that the most. And what Greg showed you was a secret backdoor to being able to use VO3 without having to pay additional points. So if you're getting started, budget might be a constraint, this is a great way of taking and playing with it.
Okay, so you see what it did there it took that image of that guy and made me this guy. Straightened out his arms, got him straightened. I'm like, okay, that kind of works, right? So now I'm going to say, give me another image of the exact same guy facing forward, straight at me, right? So I'm just giving it a quote. Please take this image and make this gentleman in the overalls and blue hat looking straight at me. And my talker thing's not working. Why is that? Why isn't it happening? Why is my microphone not working?
Because your mic may already be in use for what we're doing here, and it
Well, I
may
used
not
it.
allow
Oh,
for
there
it
it is. Just look how slow that took. The
just
internet
needed a cup of
sometimes,
coffee.
right.
Cup of coffee.
Okay, so now, and then while it's doing that, I'm going to download this photo. Okay. So now I'm downloading that and I'm creating another one. Now at the same time, I'm going to go back to my prompt and we're going to take this first part of the prompt and we're just going to have him say, revenue doesn't care if your receptionist called in sick. And I actually want to get the front on photo for that. So I'm going to download the front on photo. Okay. Now I'm going to go over here to my vids and I'm going to do VEO 3.1. Now, if you have a G Suite, it's here. If you don't have a G Suite, you have to upgrade to it because it's part of Gmail, but you have to pay monthly for it. But because it's part of G Suite, I don't have to. So now it brought me here, and now I got a clean canvas, and I'm going to type my prompt in here. But say that's really not a good prompt, right? So what I want to do is I'm going to take that what I want him to say, and then I'm going to go back to my Claude. Oh, hold on a second. I want to get this. I started too high up. I'm going to copy that, and I'm going to go just to a Word doc real quick, a Google Doc, and I'm going to paste this here. Okay. Then, as I told you last week, I use Prompt Cowboy a lot. I could go to Prompt Cowboy, and now I could say, take this picture of the man with the blue hat and the overalls, and have him walking towards me and saying the following. And then I'll, oops, I don't want to say all that. Oops. I got to delete that. I copied. Okay, boom. Then I'm going to have them say just this very first part. Revenue doesn't care if a receptionist is called in sick. Okay. So I'm creating a prompt. And this prompt will be for VO3. So I'm telling it what the prompt is for, right? So now it's going to know a little bit more information and it's going to help write a good prompt. So now it's going to take my lazy prompt, this is the world's coolest tool, and make it into a great prompt. Okay, so I hit copy prompt, and now I've copied it. Now I'm coming back over here to my vids, and I'm going to paste that vids here, and I'm going to read through the prompt. Let's read through it real quick. I want a video that shows a man in a blue hat and overalls walking directly toward the camera, getting progressively closer until he's near the frame. As he approaches, he delivers a line, revenue doesn't care if your receptionist called in sick. That delivery should feel direct and matter of fact, like a practical business truth being stated plainly. Okay, so you get what it's saying. It's like, okay, this is perfect. Now, I'm going to upload the photo of the man that we have right here. And I don't know if I should have told the prompt to use the photo, but I think it's going to know. I'm going to hit generate. And now it's going to take that script and that photo, and it's creating 7% done, 9% done, 10% done. And it's going to create this animation video for me. Now, I should have put, I just thought of this, I should have put a background that he's walking outside by his HVAC truck. So now I'm going to go back over here and I'm going to go, I want to improve this prompt. I want the background to be outdoors in a setting where he's walking away from his HVAC truck, his heating and air conditioning and ventilation, whatever that stands for, truck. So now I'm saying that in my prompt over here. Come on, baby, catch up. That's awesome. I just love this stuff. Can you hear that? Is it playing? Is it playing the audio for you? Oh, CJ took a break. Can anyone tell me if you hear the audio? Let me go back to sharing. Could you hear the audio on that, CJ?
I could not. I couldn't hear the audio on that. I'm not sure how we would get that going, but look at how good that looks. That looks
Amazing. So I'm
fantastic.
going to hit
Yeah.
insert, and it moves it from here down to the bottom line. And now I'm gonna get the walking a little bit closer. And I forgot to share my sound. So let me stop sharing, remove, stop screen share, start screen share, start screen share, window. I always forget that share audio, boom. Now you guys are going to hear the audio. Look how good this is.
Revenue doesn't care if your receptionist called in sick.
Okay. So now I got the first section, right? Now I got this prompt where it made it better, I think. Let's see. Professionally closer, urban care if you get sick, delivery field, composition, camera motion. Keep the location background simple. Okay, it didn't update it didn't get my audio. My audio is not working good. That's good because I actually like that look and feel actually. So now what we're going to do is we're going to say, okay, now give me the second part of the prompt. Every time your phone goes unanswered, doesn't matter why, that customer is already dialing your competitor. Okay, so now I'm going to go over here. I'm going to say, okay, now I want to make a prompt for the second piece to this video. And in this piece, he's going to say, so this is a continuation of the last prompt. And again, I've never done this before with Prompt Cowboy. I typically do this in Claude, but I'm going to see what happens. I don't think that's going to work. Yeah, that didn't work. I have to go back over. I'm just going to copy the prompt, and I'm going to, and because it doesn't cost me anything, it doesn't really matter. So now I'm going to go back up here, and I'm going to put the prompt in again, and I'm going to hit generate, and I'm going to see what it says, and not even bother reading it. But you guys can see how simple and easy this is, and then you can do one prompt, and it's going to create another one. I add it to the timeline, add it to the timeline. I can cut them, I can shorten them, I can add them. Then I can export it. I can export it after when I'm all done. Money doesn't care. So this is like a hook, right? Let's see what this one did.
Revenue doesn't care if your receptionist called in sick.
So it created the same thing, right? So I'm going to take this prompt that it gave me, and I'm going to go over here, back over here to, and I'm going to do a new chat, but I'm going to do it in my project. So let me go back to I want to make sure I do it in my Launch AI Workforce project. Review this prompt that I just did with VO3, and then I want to create a second prompt for the second part of the reel. We're creating a reel in 5 to 8 second segments. So again, I'm just telling it exactly what we're doing. And I'm going to go back here to the second part. Now, based on that prompt, give me the next prompt for the next scene where he says this. See, and it even asked me, before I write the next segment, I need to know, what's he going to say? Okay, so now it's going to do that and give me the next prompt. And by the way, everybody, I am not a video editor by trade. Like this is not my skill set. This is not what I do. I do kind of find it fun and rewarding. Like I get a picture, download from Google, tell it to remove the background, put it up here, and bam, like literally 3 minutes later, I have something. It's like, it's very kind of rewarding from that perspective. I kind of like that. It's okay. So now
I
I got
agree. It's made it fun again, you know, it's made things fun again and creative, and instead of like, oh, I can't do that. Now you can do that.
So now I didn't even bother reading it. I just copy and pasted it into the prompt and I hit generate and we'll see what it comes up with. And again, I'm not going to sit here and create the world's perfect video today for you guys, because I just wanted to show you what's possible and what you can do. And then I'm going to show you some ones that I've done with launch ads too, that are another way to make these within launch ads for all the launch ads customers on here.
Revenue doesn't care if your receptionist called in sick. Revenue.
Okay, so see, now I should be more careful about my prompts because that didn't work. And then at that time it gave me music. So you have to tell it no music and stuff like that. So I'm learning and I'm just teaching you guys as I'm learning, and I'm not professing to be an expert at this, but I did create a bunch of videos. And actually I could show that too. Let's see. Let me find the ones I created. And I'm already using them in ads.
I think the key here is that it's possible, right? And like everything with a learning curve, and things in AI change so rapidly that if you get the basics, you learn the next step and you learn the next thing, and you can create your prompt library so that you can always go back and just fill in the blanks of what you're looking for. So like, okay, I need to make sure to say no music, keep such and such the same, you know, and you can have like your little checklist for your prompt. So that's good. Also, I want to let people know that some people also use VO2, which is free as well. To do this, it doesn't work as well, but it can work good enough. Of course, I'm always going to encourage you to use launch ads because it makes life so much easier for you as a marketer. But this also allows for speed to market. So one of the things that a lot of us have experienced is having to get somebody professional to get something done, and you're up against a timeline, and all of a sudden, you know, they're going to get the product back to you in time, but it's taking longer than you want it to, like a week or 5 days or whatever. This allows you to go in and with a little bit of training or work or practice, whatever you want to call it, playing, with a little bit of play, you can get something going pretty quick.
Yeah, and this is an image that I created with a prompt where I had a conversation with ChatGPT and I said, I want a guy standing on stage. I want a gray hair with glasses. I want a lanyard around his neck. I want a flip book in the back. On the flip book, I want it to say launch AI answer machine, never miss a call. And I want him giving a video, right? So I did this, right? And then I created this video. Oh, see, this is just
Implementing
like,
the AI answering machine means you will never miss another lead. It captures.
this is annoying. So I have this new 49-inch monitor, and unless I share the whole monitor, which I don't want to do because it's just, you won't be able to see things. It's so I took that image that I made, and then I made this video.
Got to share the sound, Greg. Got to share the sound.
I did share the sound.
Oh, we're not hearing it.
Oh man. I don't understand. I think it's because of the player that it's in. I'll try it one more time, but I did share the sound. Window, sound, boom, share. Let's see, did I mess up?
Implementing the AI answering machine means you will never miss another lead. It captures everything 24/7 and books appointments automatically.
We could hear
Okay,
it
so
that time. And
yeah,
it
let
looks
me
so
say it one more time.
real.
Implementing the AI answering machine means you will never miss another lead. It captures everything 24/7 and books appointments automatically.
See, so I'm using it as a tool to create content to run ads to, but I'm not making it make unfounded, out of integrity claims of testimonies. It's just a fact. The AI answer machine does this. And then I create a whole bunch of these. I just created a whole bunch of them that I'm stringing together, but I'm also doing these little 5-8 second reels, and it's going really, really, really well. It's quite incredible how well it's doing. And I have them. I'll share one more time just to show you guys. I've created all kinds of different variations. The gray hair guy, I got the lady in white with brunette, I got the African American lady, I got the white lady, and I'm getting more pictures that I've been messing with. And now we got this guy. So again, it's just really super interesting what we can do in creating this. Now, while I'm here, is there any questions? Do you guys have any questions, any comments, any questions? Let's do a second of Q&A, and I'm going to open up launch ads, and I'm going to show you how to do this in launch ads.
I'm not seeing any questions. I just have a comment about there is a lot of let's call it AI trash out there. We all know the real name of it, right? But what you can create here looks so good and can give credibility to you and your business. We're using people, but there are plenty of people that I know that are using like dragons to do the speaking, and and it works just the same. So you have like dragons, or you have Bigfoot talking about your product, and that attracts a certain niche market or target market. But don't get stuck on the fact that it has to be like a human. And what we're saying is, you really don't want fake testimonials. That's not what you're doing here. But you do want somebody that talks factually about the information. So that's a great thing to be using AI for, to make your life, your business. It puts on jet rockets into getting and testing for results as well.
Yeah, and and what she just said is sharing the wrong screen now. Hold on.
Technology, so fantastic.
I'm going to set up another monitor just for sharing. I don't know how to do this because this is annoying. I do love my big monitor. I got to tell you that though.
But Greg, I got to tell you, your attitude about business and about life, which is that, ready, fire, aim, right? We need more of that in what we do, because so many of us wait for everything just to be just right, or for perfection. It's like the old story about, if you wanted to get to your destination across town, do you wait for all the lights to turn green first, or do you just leave, and as the lights turn green, you get closer and closer to your destination?
Right.
So in this case, especially with AI, especially with what you're doing, it's worth doing it badly first, testing it out and playing with it, and then and it's a constant, oh, let's try that. Okay. And And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but you're learning along the way, and everything that you produce keeps getting better and better.
Yeah,
So
exactly. Yeah, you got to
mm.
do. Okay, so I'm in launch ads, and we're going to do launch ads training on Thursday where I'm going to go over this in detail. But I just want to show you. So I'm doing what I create. I created the video of the girl speaking. I got the guy speaking. I'm running ads, but then I always use this term leaky bucket. I love the term leaky bucket, and I created that video. Do you hear that audio? Yeah, so I said, give me a leaky bucket sitting on a receptionist's desk with sticky notes everywhere, blah, 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 blah. And I want holes coming out and water coming out. And then I want dollar bills flowing out on the floor. Then I have another one I created where the boss walks up and he puts his hands on his head, just kind of screams. Okay, so going back to what you said, interrupt. What's the interrupt? That's the interrupt. Okay, so now if I go back here to my optimization and insights, which is so cool about this, so I created 32 ads. There's 32 ads. There's five images and 3 videos. There's 7 images and 3 videos, and so I got so many ads. It's incredible. So what's nice about launch ads, it does all the split testing and it tells me that is the best performing ad so far, right? This is the worst performing ad, just a static image, right? And it's just like I can come down here and I can see which video is performing, which one's learning, which one's the best, and it tells me what's going on. It's amazing. It's just absolutely awesome when it comes to that stuff. So you think about it, and now if I go back over here to advertise and I go meta and I go, I don't want to. Am I in the right account? I am in the right account. It disconnected my page because I had to reconnect my page. Hold on a sec. So launch ads just connects to your existing ad accounts. Doesn't matter if it's Google, Facebook, TikTok, LinkedIn, Spotify, Bing, Snapchat, doesn't matter where. It just connects and then makes it a easier UI and a better place to run all of our ads from. Why isn't it showing my ads? Facebook, and then Facebook, we connect to Facebook, and then Facebook dropped the connection today, so I have to go back and reconnect, which is not doing right now. It's like it's not showing my pages. Hold on a second. All right, let me. All right, I'm going to go to a different ad account. Hold on. You talk while I'm doing this. Figure this out.
Okay, all right. With the song and dance, So I just wanted on our YouTube AI art to assets. Congratulations on getting your certification as an AI consultant. I think that's awesome. And so many people nowadays are learning, especially if you're of a certain age, that AI has kind of leveled the playing field. Nobody knows everything about AI. So the more you can educate yourself, the more you can practice and play with it. Frankly, you bring a lot of value because it's amazing. We're in it every day, but there's so a large percentage of the population is not. So it gives you a great opportunity, and Launch AI Academy also helps with you either for yourself as a marketer, or if you're a consultant, consulting other people on how to grow their business, how to get their brand out there easier. It's easier than ever now with AI. But it is especially easier when you use the tools that are available to you, and finding the right tools is always a little bit of a challenge. And that's one of the reasons I love AI Academy here at Launch AI Academy, is that we're teaching you how to use these tools so you can go take immediate results and get or take your immediate action to get immediate results.
Yeah. Okay. I'm back. So I'm starting a campaign as if I was going to run a campaign. And then I'm going to go select from a library And then I'm going to go generate with AI. I'm going to click on videos. And we have so many tools to create images for you. You should never, ever, ever have to tell me if the audio is still playing.
Yeah, it's still playing.
Okay, good. I come in here, I go AI avatar. And these are different avatars that I've created in Launch Ads. It'll write the script for you. You pick out you want a man, a woman, young, old, and it'll merge it with videos and images. So I'm just going to show you some samples. This particular one was giving me like 35% click-through rates, I think, if this is the one. Or no,
Everyone says scaling paid ads is risky, but that's only true if you're using your money. The Pocket Offer Playbook teaches you the same OPM strategy top digital marketers use to scale safely. You'll learn how to turn the first sale into fuel for more traffic, more leads, and more revenue without gambling your own cash. This is how the big players do it.
And an unplanned advertisement for Pocket Offer Playbook.
And look, these are so good.
Launch
They're
AI
so
Workforce.
good.
My HVAC business no longer loses revenue to missed calls or late responses. Their digital team answers every inquiry, books appointments, and follows up on leads around the clock. The free revenue leak audit precisely identified where I was losing money
You can see
and
the
showed
images,
immediate
you can
improvement.
put the images that you want to go with it. You can help change the script. Here's one that, let's see if I can find.
We can tell that it's AI, but it's good AI. It's not like
Have you
the
ever
AI
wondered how much
slop.
income slips through the cracks with each missed call or unattended lead? Imagine a solution so adept that it feels like discovering a hidden treasure in your HVAC business. Our digital team, working tirelessly around the clock, ensures no opportunity is lost. We're not just about answering calls. We're about securing your revenue. Take the leap, claim your free revenue leak audit today.
Now here's something again. See, this guy's like in a bedroom or something. So I don't even use this one because it's like, okay, I clicked on him too fast. I kind of like the way he looked, but I didn't know he was in a bedroom. And I don't like that the fact that he's in a bedroom. And this guy looks
But
more
you
like an
can
HVAC
change
guy to
that.
me.
You can change that. That's the beautiful thing. Like, oh, I like the look of the guy, but I need the background to be different.
Well, not in here you can't.
Oh.
Launch ads, you get what you get with these actors.
Struggling to launch ad campaigns without blowing your budget? You're not alone. Join AI-powered Ads Unleashed. Your shortcut
My
to
point is there's no excuses for any of us to not create content that can help get clicks.
Every month I was losing money. Missed calls, no follow-ups, leads slipping away. Now, my AI workforce answers calls, handles DMs.
So it's just amazing. And these things do get better CTRs than most things that I've done. And some of them just are off the charts. Like this lady right here, I used this lady for another client doing trust. They set up trust for people. And we were getting like 30% click-through rate. Like it's unheard of, incredible. So now in here, you only can make 3 a day. So if you're a Launch Ads customer, go in here, make 3 a day every day. Get good at it. If you go over here to Gemini and I want to take my prompt, let me get the prompt again, copy. I'm going to go to Gemini, and this time I'm going to hit tools, and I'm going to go to VO3, create a video. It's going to say new chat. I'm going to describe my video with the prompt, and then I'm going to upload the image of the guy. And I can make 3 videos a day here for free. Now on the vids, it hasn't stopped me at all. I've made like 20. But if I go over here to VO3 and actually make a video here, it limits me to 3 in a 24-hour period of time. So start playing with it, start using it, start getting it going, make it happen, use the AI to your advantage, and let's see how well you can do and what you can create, and then use it for social media, use it to learn how to do different things. And I'm going to make a couple statements here in a minute. I'm going to do this right now while that's rendering. We'll come back to that. So I want to kind of make this. So I listened to this podcast called Moonshots. Moonshots is a podcast I think that was founded by Peter Diamandis, and he's got a guy that runs an AI fund. He's got some other guys. I mean, they're just a wicked smart, some of the most smartest guys on the planet when it comes to AI, the future, all kinds of stuff, whatever's happening in the world, right? And it hit me in the last week. I know AI is big. I know it's here to stay. You've heard me been saying that, but here's what I didn't get. And I want you guys to get this. It's here a lot sooner and faster than we thought. We're going to have. I'm going to make a projection. What's it called? Not a projection. Prediction. I'm going to make a prediction. Here's my prediction: that before the next presidential election, we're going to lose 15% or 15% of white collar workers. Up to 30% are going to lose their jobs. Yeah, it's here. These companies are laying off thousands of employees, and the ones that aren't laying them off yet, they've got the AI, they're building the agentic AI, they're building the tools, they're going to lay people off. One of the best jobs and one of the really most predictable jobs is entrepreneurship. So I'm really excited for what we're going, where we're doing, and everything on here, and everyone listening here, because Launch AI Academy, we're going to be on the leading edge of sharing with you tools and technology, what's going on, keep you up to speed, and showing you how to make money online, how to work with the customer, clients, and doing things online to make money, and being an entrepreneur, because that's where it's going. And there's gonna be so many people losing jobs, and these are people that are making six figures, 150, 200,000, $300,000 a year, and that's all they know. So us who are entrepreneurs and we're coaches, we're mentors, and we're on this leading edge, we got to coach and teach and mentor and lift everybody up, because I believe that there's going to be this drop off, and I even believe that we're going to probably get to where the government is, and some maybe billionaires are subsidizing and giving away free money to people that don't know what to do with it, because it's going to be like this social unrest of the fear is going to be taken over. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? I think we're going to go through that little period of time. But then I think as we start getting this technology even more mature, it's going to create more jobs in this sector of leveraging AI, using AI, implementing AI for businesses, for companies, and for stuff. And there's going to be more wealth created in the next 10 years than ever before in the history of mankind. They're talking about the first $1 trillion company. They're talking about trillionaires coming out of the woodworks. We're talking about people creating software that they could be worth $5 million in days, weeks, months, not years, like I've done with LaunchCart and what I've been doing here. So you're at the right place, the right time, have the right attitude, and you're spending time learning, which is key. That's the key. Okay, let's go see what we got from VO.
Revenue doesn't care if your receptionist called in sick.
See, and that one's okay, but I like the one where he's walking forward, puts his head in the camera, and says, "Revenue doesn't care if your receptionist calls in sick."
That first one, it's so rare to get the first one super right when you're first starting out, but that one was so perfect. I love that.
And again, because I'm being lazy and not reading the prompts, if you actually take an extra 3 minutes to read the prompt and go, "Oh, I don't want that," it probably said put some music in there. But that idea of them moving and walking is always better anyway. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Any comments or questions, and then we'll wrap it up, because I don't really have anything else I want to go over today. I will say this: tomorrow's Monopolize Your Marketplace, and so Tuesdays is our AI days. We call it AI Edge. You have to get the AI Edge. Wednesdays is going to be Monopolize Your Marketplace. There's going to be tactics, tools, leveraging CRM, automations, and things you can do with the CRM and the tools that we have and we offer, how to use them to monopolize your marketplace. Meaning you want your customers to say, "I'd be an absolute fool to go do business with anybody else but you." And we're going to be talking about that. Every week we're going to be doing a little segment on monopolize your marketplace. And I taught this as when I was teaching marketing from 2004 to 2010, I taught 5 times to 10 times a year on stage teaching Monopolize Your Marketplace. So I have all kinds of great content. It's timeless. It's amazing. And one of the things that you guys probably saw that we're going to go over tomorrow is one of my new tools that my son created that's helping us monopolize our marketplace. It's going to help us monopolize our marketplace. I'm going to show you real quick, and we're going to go over this tomorrow.
You can also sign up. If you go to our YouTube channel, you can sign up to be reminded when these come out. Usually it's 11 o'clock, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, every week. Same bat time, same bat channel.
And actually, in the email, I sent out a link to an opt-in. You can opt in to get reminders. Survey Samson. A lot of you saw this, and a lot of you took our poll. But in our last email we sent out, we had a poll. How comfortable are you using AI for your business tasks? So far, we've had 36 responses. And if I click on analytics, it gives me, we have 9 people voted very comfortable, 7 not very comfortable, 7 somewhat comfortable, 6 not at all, and 6 not interested. Okay, so the reason this is going to help you monopolize your marketplace is email is still the #1 way to monetize your following, your fans, your customers, your prospects. It's still the #1. We still open up emails, we still read emails. The problem is spam, AI robots, getting in the inbox, getting out of the promo tab, getting out of the spam tab. How do you do that? Clean up your email list. We'll have a whole training on this soon. But the other thing is get engagement in your email. This is one of the few and only tools I know. I told my son, I need a tool where I can put a poll in an email. And I want them to see the poll in the email, and I want to click in the email. And when they click in the email, it registers it outside of the email. And then Google and Yahoo and MSN and all these different email service providers go, oh, they open the email and they click. This is a good company. They're giving good content. And it's increasing our click-through rate. And increasing the click-through rate helps with the deliverability, helps with open rates, getting out of the promo tab and get out of the spam tab. So this is the kind of stuff we're going to keep sharing with you and teaching you and helping you with as we go on. All right. With that being said, I don't see any other comments or questions. So I want to say thank you, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow, 11 o'clock here on YouTube. Look for an email with the link, or just go get the reminders. Or where is that opt-in box? Well, we're going to send out a few more emails to get people to know we're doing this. So, and we're going to have this is going to be a weekly newsletter email that goes out. And so we're going to keep emailing you guys, and then we'll get you to opt in on some people want to get reminders, some people don't. So we'll be there and do that for you. But I just got to tell you, until then, do what we do. Wake up every day with an attitude of gratitude and tell somebody you love them. You have a better day. Thanks, everybody.